Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, all you lovely folks joining me here nice and early over at HowlingMines. Bear with me 2 seconds while I just adjust this filter slightly off, given how bright it is today. Hopefully you're all doing well, fingers crossed, I do hope so, and thank you for coming to join me for the first, hopefully, of many of these Stream League events. This is really cool. It's a lovely little event being set up by Mythic Matt and by Charles R. James. Both of them have been involved in the organisation of the event. It's really cool. It's a brand new program where we can play games on a weekly basis to have a chance to play for some cold hard cash. It's should be a lot of fun, I hope, one way or the other. The format is standard, but it is a slight little bit of a twist in the sense that we are a last hero standing event, very much similar to like the Conquer formats of Hearthstone and stuff like that you might have seen in the past. Each competitor has had to register 3 decks. The important part is that we know what those decks are, but we do not have deck lists, which is important for how things are going to function going forward. If you win a match with your deck, you have to continue playing that deck. However, if you lose with your deck, that deck is eliminated. You can no longer play it for the remainder of the portion of the person we're playing against in this current week. So it tends to work out as a best of 5 in case of matches most of the time, but sometimes, of course, it will just be 3 matches and done. We'll have to wait and see. So we've registered some meta choices and also some more unique choices this time around, courtesy of some feedback from the community, which is really, really cool. Looking forward to checking it out. If you want to come with me, I'll hop on over into the client, show you what we're working with, and then explain to you, well, we'll get the matches underway and give Svim a message. So let's go see what's going on. Arena. Open for me. Thank you. So, we have 3 decks that we have registered for today. What is going on with my filters today? They're all over the place. It's like really kind of annoying. Oh well. We have submitted Gruul, Teamer Urian, and Rogues. Now 2 of those are quite unexciting. I'm not going to spend too much time looking at them. This is very much the list from PV. His Rogues list, nothing special. Just largely what you would expect. We think it's pretty good. We've played Rogues before, haven't played a lot of Standard recently, seemed like a reasonable choice. Gruul, very much the same. Unfortunately, nothing too exciting to write home about. Just a case of Autumn's list. Again, we know the deck's good, we've not played too much Standard, that's where we are. The other one is the Curveball that was much requested from you lovely folks. Team of Urian, a Kashiro list. Really cool deck, very similar to Team Rabosh. Basically gets to play access to a couple of additional cards in the same kind of vein as that game plan. Some Scoot Swarms for very large combo turns with Terror of the Peaks. Some Ugins because, you know, you don't have to play Obosh. Some main deck counter magic and the like. So it's a really cool little deck. I've been very happy with it. Looking forward to playing it today. So our opponent, if you aren't familiar with them, is SVIMXN, I want to say. SVIMXN. I have not had to try and pronounce it out loud. MTG. They're a lovely guy. You can check out their stream as well in the tweet that's tagged in the command !Stream League. The first match then for today is going to be fairly obvious. We've agreed to start things off on Rogues versus Mono Green Food. So hopefully we have a reasonable match to get underway. So it is now 7 o'clock. Svim is online. I'm going to send him a challenge and hopefully we can get things underway. Tournament match, standard best of 3. Let's go. Rogues versus Food to start things off. Let's disco. Okay, losing the roll, not exactly ideal, but hey, we'll live with it. His hand is more than fine, however, we will keep. Love Struck Beast. Alright, going to lead on Ruined Crab here pretty happily. Trailer Crumbs, reasonable one for Svi to have. It's a good card. Drown in the Lock. Okay, I think I'm likely playing this as a black source. Milling my opponent for a handful of cards. Mills over a Troll King. That is not ideal. Didn't want to see that. Enforcer. Wind Robber. Hopefully they don't have too many ways of making food available to them right now, because milling this is terrifying. Just cast a Lovestruck Beast. I'm very tempted to aggressively drown this in a lock, mainly because I'm really scared of the Great Henge. This is actually completely fine to keep here. I could always counter the Great Henge, but they have milled one already. I think I should wait. Seems aggressive to fire it off. Milling a second Henge there is kind of huge. Makes it very unlikely they have one. Like, reasonably so anyway. Pretty happy just to take the block here, I think. Mammoth. This can resolve, that's fine. Nice to see you, Barman. Hopefully you're doing well today. Continue to mill our opponent with some Ruined Crabs here. Finds yet another Troll King. Don't think I'm supposed to keep a land. Seems greedy. 33 cards left. That is about to decrease. Okay. Gilded Goose is kinda scary. I feel like that probably shouldn't be allowed to happen, because we're bringing Troll Kings back if the Goose is allowed to survive. Wicked Wolf's pretty good here. Didn't want to see that. Just going to take 5 here. I kind of need my crabs. I am not on a delay, no. This is a event organised by streamers for streamers. So, we are okay. If we have reason to believe anyone is cheating, then we can happily say so, but in general. Made that Garrick spicy. Definitely starting to struggle a little bit now, though. Mammoth getting slowly bigger and more annoying. Appreciate that, Barman, but my opponent is a man of integrity whose pleasure I have enjoyed, presence I have enjoyed, I should say. So I'm not too worried, truth be told, but feel free to keep an eye open just in case. Let's find another mammoth. We draw a Wind Robber off of our Wind Robber. Go to 11. Opponent on 21 cards remaining currently. They do find their last Great Henge, which really sucks. Oh. Okay, this one's going to be close. Like, very close. Lurus, grab me an Enforcer. No, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Also been playing Historic and Goblin Mirrors all day. There is also that. 10 cards left. Let's not die. The important part is not dying. That's really good. That wolf is very, very good. Gobbos is very good, but the mirror is a bit of a shit show. That's for sure. This is tough. This happens. The question is if I block with the Enforcer. Opponent's on 8 cards, right? So I can't draw both a land and a rogue, so I should. Oh, I'm buzzing. Not sure why I'm buzzing. Oh, Twitch would like me to know that I'm live. Well, that's always reassuring, I guess. Opponent finds a Crawling Barrens. That's not good. Well, a land now kills my opponent, but if I don't draw the land, I'm in trouble. Oh dear. Six cards. So I need to keep 2 crabs alive. One crab if my opponent casts a spell. He can pump this. Just looks like this, right? Keep 2 crabs alive and hope to draw a land. That's all we can do. Oh, baby. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, that one sucks. Fourth Ruin Crab not gonna do it. Unfortunately. Fourth Ruin Crab not going to do it. I want extra Blood Chiefs and Clings in this matchup, I think. I don't think I want anything else. In general, I think I'm pretty favoured, so... I'm not even trying, because I necessarily want these. I think I can cut the didn't say please. No, we never try and negate henge. We already have Drown in the Locks and similar. We're better at killing their guys and trying to stop the henge resolving. It's either Of One Mind or the Wind Robbers, I think. And this is kind of weird because like I've not played with Of One Mind in the list before, but I really like it. I just don't know if I can afford to keep it in a matchup like this. What if I trim a couple and don't bring in the thirsts? Try something like that. That was rough. 2 turns of a land killing our opponent and drawing back-to-back Ruin Crabs is not quite going to do it. Hand is not very good, unfortunately. Gonna have to mulligan this one. That is not a lot better. This is rough. This is looking fairly rough. Lol Mages is great in this matchup, but I need to draw lands first. It's not great if I can't cast it. Gonna have to fetch a black here, I think. These draw steps have been abysmal. Alright, well that is a creature, which is super annoying. We were hoping to mill a non-creature so we could cling to dust. Similar situation over there for our good friend. Does appear to be on 2 lands only. Finds his third. Has Garrick's Harbinger. Where are my lands? This is not good, guys. We're the aggro deck now. Mainly because I can't draw mana. Does ram through a Thought Thief. Take 4, let him draw a card here. Draws Kazandu Mammoth, which I'm assuming they will play as a land. They will. Oh my god. I can't draw mana sources, guys. When you can't draw mana, you can't play Magic. Okay. I think I have to try and block with this. This being a tap land really sucks, but I'm not bombing it. What a weird set of games so far. Questing Beast. It's not good. Not yet. I would like to block first, and then activate this. Starting to draw lands, but they are, of course, tap lands. This is depressing. I think I legitimately want to gain life here. Finds a Troll King. I will lesson scour this. Give myself a chance. Okay, so we can do this for 4. Take the Questing Beast. It is looking rough, John. We were a land short of killing them in game 1. And we both got stuck on 2 lands in game 2, but my opponent drew out of it faster than me, which is really unfortunate. It's okay, it happens. We'll do our best to keep going. I'm not sure it's going to be good enough, unfortunately. I think I'm generally slightly favoured, for the most part. It's been a matchup I've been fairly happy with in the past. But as I say, we drew all 4 Ruin Crabs and not enough lands, and missed our lands in this game. So we are 1-0 down against Svim. If you're not familiar with how this event works, guys, Stream League, exclamation point Stream League, I should say. We'll get you the details. That is, Rogues unfortunately eliminated for us. We're not allowed to use it anymore. But that does mean that Svim has to stay on mono green food, which is okay. So I think I'm probably going to move on to Teema Urian, perhaps, as opposed to Svim letting me know in Discord how unlucky I was. I am very aware. That was rough. Okay, so my options are Gruul or Teema, and I think my matchup against Green Food is slightly better with Teema than it is with Gruul. So we're gonna start here. Hopefully, well, my best matchup against Green Food was just now with Rogues, and unfortunately we took the L. So hoping to get a bit luckier. He says before looking at an awkward hand with 3 tap lands. I think this is just about good enough based off of these Bone Crusher Giants, but by is it close? It's uber close. God, that match was rough. I can't begin to tell you how unfortunate it is to lose that one like that. I think I can keep this. I'm going to play Spikefield Hazard on turn 2 so that I can actually, Bone Crush things. But the Temple is fine. Makes a 1/1. Makes another 1/1. Okay, well that makes this interesting. It very much is, yeah. It makes me think their mana is slightly awkward. I think in this scenario I'm willing to get funky myself. Encourage my opponent to cast Lovestruck Beast and then kill both of the 1/1s, I think. They might be missing a land. Good chance they're missing a land. Not missing a land. Okay, Cultivate's a good one here. Legitimately a good one. I don't think I want another Bone Crusher though. Trailer Crumbs, yeah. Multiple Trailer Crumbs. Okay, I see how it is. So I think for me, this is just going to be Terror of the Peaks, I imagine. Maybe not, because setting this up makes me think there's a good chance there's a Wicked Wolf in my opponent's hand. And getting wolfed would really suck. There's a good chance it's still correct, I think, but the wolf here is going to suck. I think it's very likely to happen, but it's just so good if it doesn't that I should probably cast Terror anyway. Troll King instead, okay. Alright. So I can kill this, but I kind of don't want to, because it's going to allow my opponent to draw off all these trails. I'm way more inclined to just aim at face, because I think there's a good chance I Ugin next turn anyway. Like a fairly good chance I Ugin next turn anyway. Alternatively, if my board remains intact, I could just Bone Crusher into Urian to kill my opponent. What is going on with me today? Filters are all over the place. Looking like that might be the plan here. So 5 plus 8 is that enough? Hang on. Oh no, but I get the Urian trigger too, right? So attack for 5, put them to 9, Urian them to 4. Yeah, okay. So I should not block. I should just take the damage. And I should go to combat. Attack in the air. This does not have reach. Play this as a blue source. Play Bone Crusher Giant as a thing. And then Noodle to flicker the board. And we get game 1. Okay, game 1 against Green Food. Nice. I'll take that. I like the Acroan War in this matchup. I like the Acroan War quite a lot in this matchup. And I don't like Scooby, unfortunately. I tend to just make that swap. Scooby doesn't really get time to get going before he gets punched by a wolf. So I tend to cut the Scoot in this matchup. At least so far. Okay, that felt a bit better than our unfortunately close Rogues match did. See how Svim decides to sideboard here. I'm sure this is a matchup he's not played exactly before, but he'll know how to board against like Team Robosh, stuff like that. And the deck's fairly similar, so. There we go. Let's try and take game 2 in as easy a fashion. Here's hoping. It's a little bit awkward. On the draw, this is quite slow. It is still turn 4 Terror, though. This might be good enough. This is on the line, I think. There's definitely some consideration for mulliganing this one. It's definitely on the line. Maketh the 1/1. We draw on a Acroan War, which isn't terrible. Hoping that Svim's start isn't too fast. Tangle Florhedron is scary, because that normally is pretty indicative of a quick start. I think I'm just going to kill it. Spikefield Hazard being a good draw there. I am fairly happy to keep Bone Crusher Giant. Like, reasonably so. I'm terrified to death of the Great Henge here. So I'm going to play this untapped as a blue source. I'm going to pass the turn. If my opponent moves to combat, I will Bone Crush the 1/1. God damn it. That's really annoying. So that means no henge, right? And in a world of no henge, I should do this. Or at least not a henge you could cast, but I'm about to take you off of the ability to cast it anyway. So, how do I do this? If I just a Crow and War, I can't really get rid of it, is the problem. The Lovestruck Beast, that is. I think it's fine, though. Like, this isn't the best of Crow and War ever, but I think it's okay. Wicked Wolf. I imagine that one is not fighting. No, didn't think so. Alright, lands is what we need. So, need a green and a blue here. Put the blue into play. Play said green. Feeling okay here. I'm a little scared when this Lovestruck Beast goes back, but until that point, I think I'm okay. So let's eat this Wicked Wolf. Kazandu Mammoth. Yeah, there's a good chance I stomp my Lovestruck Beast here. I was thinking the same thing. Seventh land means Terror plus hold a 2-mana spell. So, if he draws a land, I probably bounce this in response to the trigger to make sure that I don't get blown out by a Great Henge. Okay. I think that's all we need to do. Just not get henged. Play around the henge. Also plays around Ram Through this way, actually, which is sweet. Ba-dum-bum. Doesn't play it out again. Understandable, given what he knows about my hand. So, let us start things off by attacking with Terror of the Peaks. Casting Bone Crusher Giant. Sending 4 upstairs, and then passing the turn, keeping our options open. I want to be able to kill this thing at instant speed with Terror of the Peaks. So we'll do that if we can. Yep. Okay, in response to this trigger yet again, I will flash in Brazen Borrower. Shoot this down. Alright, we're taking down green food. 1-1. Nice. Okay. So we got to stay on Team Orion here, because that is important. Let's make sure that Svim is okay to continue. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. It was a little bit better. So just going to make sure he's okay to continue. And then we'll sleeve on up with Orion again. Happy to have food out of the way. That deck is scary against just about everyone. Looks like he's happy to continue on client side at the very least. So, Orion, you're still up. Let's try and keep the trend going. See what he's picked. It'll either be red-black or blue-black control. I would rather him have picked blue-black, which it looks like he has. I think of the two matchups, this is going to be the one that's easier for me. I think red-black is actually quite hard for this deck. So, very glad to see him choose blue-black control. And also to mulligan to 5, because can't really ever complain about that. However, didn't want to draw an Essence Scour in this matchup. This is reasonably blank. Main Fate's Omen, okay. I don't think he saw Jwari Disruption out of us, so that's a little strange. But I guess some of the ramp decks are playing this, so it would make sense to play around it if he really needs this to resolve. I can see that. Can definitely see that. One top, one bottom. This is a very good pickup for us too. It does mean I kind of want to play a tap land here though, so that my next turn is better positioned. It's unlikely they cast a creature that I care about on this turn, and really the only thing that punishes me for not holding up Jwari Disruption is like Treacherous Blessing, which I'm pretty sure most of them don't play. So, be fine just passing the turn here again, looking to Omen of the Hunt at the end of the turn. Ba-dum. Let's see. Island, sure. Actress. No. There aren't very many Essence Scour targets, so I think we'll take one while we've got one. Likely going to Beanstalk into hold Brazen Borrower Disruption here. And I'm going to fetch blue. Seagull. Would love for him to play a land and just like slam a Orion. That would go quite well for me. Ooh, Mazemind Tome is a bit sticky. Didn't want to see that. Alright, I'm likely just going to fire this off on the Tome, just for the sake of using my mana and also tapping my opponent low if they choose to activate Tome. It also just makes them recast it again next time, which is also just fine. We're looking for one of our payoff pieces here. Straight up negates the Borrower. Interesting. That is very interesting. So, boop. Fetch green. And I will just pass the turn here. Gonna have to start slamming Beanstalk Giants pretty shortly. But this tome is gonna draw cards, and I don't want to see that, really. One top on the scry from the tome. Draws a card. Okay. Really looking for a haymaker here. Moment of the Hunt's going to come on down. I would like to search my library for a land, yeah. Let's grab a mountain. Seeing that Scoot Swarm get shuffled away makes me sad. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is just getting to the point where I gotta start bumping some beanstalks because... And I expect this to die or get countered, that's fine as well. But I have to start doing something because I am running out of actual gas. Got a lot of lands but nothing going on. Opponent has an active tome, which really sucks. The Drawry disruptions are a bit late, I'll be honest. Little bit late. Why? Why do you have a mana left over? Yep. Would love a Genesis Ultimatum. Really wouldn't mind that at all. Flips off the tome. That's interesting. Most people there would wait to Urian, and after Urian they would reset the tome to like re-get their value again. I am very, very stuck for things here, though. That's a good one. I don't know how likely it is to resolve, but it is a good one. Solemn. Okay. Hoods. What have I missed? What about hoods? Alright. Please. The opponent has a hood. Yes, they do. That is a factually accurate statement. You're just being silly? Fair enough. You're allowed to be silly. No problems with that. I think I'm playing this as a land now. I might hold this for a Scoot Swarm, actually. Off you go, opponent. I would rather that not happen. I'll be honest. Should I shoot this Solemn? I don't think I actually care about the Solemn. Shooting the Solemn seems kind of bad. How are you, Witch Doctor? Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Thank you for stopping by. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Yeah, pretty good, thank you. Enjoying the brand new Streamers League we've been invited to, which is really cool. This is week 1 that we're playing out right now against another lovely streamer. Stream League? I forgot my own command. There we go. SVIMXN, who's a really cool guy. Really enjoyed our back and forth so far. So if you'd like some information about that, by all means, check it out. Was very honoured to be invited to come and play. Opponent puts the Orion in the hand and passes the turn. That's very good for me. Indeed, I'll be playing a series of matches over the next few weeks. We're doing them one a week. There's a winner's bracket, a loser's bracket, so on and so forth. As long as we can stay in the winner's bracket, great. If not, if we're in the loser's bracket, we'll try and battle our way through. But basically, there are prizes for top 3 finishes. So we're going to do our best to do some networking, meet some people, play some great players. There's some pretty reasonable names in this event. People like Jason Florian, Danny T-Law, you know, well-known streamers. And we're lucky to have been invited to play by the lovely Charizard James. So this is the round of 16. It's week number 1. No one has lost or won yet. And it is last hero standing format, which means that we both have 3 decks. If we win with them, we get to keep the deck. If we lose with them, the deck gets eliminated. The last person with a deck left wins. Where's Commander's Cores? Sadly, I did not invite players, so good question. You can ask James, I'm sure. But we're currently 1-1 here. SVIMXN has eliminated my rogue deck. I lost with that to Green Food. And I eliminated Green Food with Team of Orion. So we are now currently Team of Orion versus Blue-Black Control to see who gets to keep this deck. I would like that to not happen, I'll be honest. If you're going to fight me, bud, we can fight. Alright. So if I lose with the deck, it is eliminated. So basically, we choose 3 decks every week. I don't have to keep the 3 decks for the entirety of the league. I choose my deck list each and every week for each individual opponent. So if I lose with it, it's eliminated against this player. So Blue-Black Control, I want all my Counter Magic, my Shark Typhoons. I kind of like Clothis in this matchup as well, to be honest. Kinda. I'm not overly sure about this. Maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not. I like cutting down on the bigger stuff in this matchup. It's very hard to resolve all the expensive threats. And I think Essence Scatter is a trap, so gonna run it like this. It's a really cool little concept that's been put together. As I say, very happy to have been invited. And, you know, at the very least we get to do some networking. At the very best, we get to win some money, which would be really cool. Additionally, the winning, the best 3 players do also get some unique MTG Arena codes as well. I'll be giving out to you guys if I get some, so root for me. Thank you very much, Witch Doctor. I appreciate that. It's nice to have some support. Even when we're on quite early. Most people played yesterday, but me and SVIMXN are both in a European time zone, so it made sense for us to do it today. I will stay hydrated. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Drink for my entertainment. Okay! I hope you enjoyed that. Okie dokie then. Game 2 against Blue-Black. Hopefully equally entertaining. This is completely fine. Draw Disruption likely to just be a land, but we'll wait and see. Kind of do want to keep this negate. Negate's quite important in the matchup. I think I can afford to top it for now. I am going to wait on playing Disruption so I can have access to either Disruption, Negate, or Bone Crusher Giant if I feel the need. Let's see if they care about me throwing 2 damage at their face. No, the tournament works in a way where all players are aware of the archetypes that are being played by their opponent, but we don't have deck lists. So I know, for example, that SVIMXN brought mono-green food, they brought blue-black control, and they brought Rakdos mid-range, but we don't know the actual cards contained in the deck. It's a unique choice, I'll give it that, but it actually kind of favors me because I'm playing a bit of a brew today. So I can get away with catching my opponent off guard with certain card choices. You want to lie through your teeth? Probably best that we don't do that. You know, just for event integrity. Having to decide whether to fight over this. Does fight over it. Interesting. Integrity is for integrals. I understand. I do, I promise. However, that doesn't change the fact. I think I'm fine playing this as a blue source. I'm going to pass an attempt to Omen if nothing happens, as opposed to getting myself caught out by Beanstalk Giant. This is fine. So really do only want to draw lands, I'll be honest. Lands are the thing I want to draw. Puts the noodle in hand for SVIMXN. I'll take one here. Shark doing a fine job at slowly beating us to death. See if they want to fight us over this Omen of the Hunt. They do not. Oh, I can give Cardboard Live a kick, that's fine. Might just be being a little bit slow and steady. Just a moment. There you go. Hopefully that'll be fixed and fine now. I think I lead on Fertile Footsteps here. See what my opponent chooses to do. I will get blue, if that's the case. No longer lying, I'm glad. I didn't intend for it to be lying, but these things do happen. Okay. Not in a terrible position here, but I'm feeling like SVIMXN is looking for lands. I felt like they were last turn off the Omen too, but the cycle for 0 is definitely indicative of needing mana. We'll take one. Does have a tap land. I'm going to crack this Omen of the Hunt at the end of the turn, because I just want mana myself to set up an ultimatum that I can protect. Terror of the Peaks is interesting, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be 8 mana. I think I do this. The land is more important this turn, but I can, like, Terror attempt to protect it the following turn. And if I draw any land after that, it's just a case of ultimatum plus negate. So not going to fight over these Omens. Would rather fight over the Urian. Why would I negate my own ultimatum? That does not seem particularly profitable, I'll be honest. A consideration? Sure. Profitable? Probably not. For the memes? Not not quite worth it, I don't think. Sadly, not quite worth it. This 1/1 shark is slowly becoming rather annoying. Would respect it, probably. But I don't fancy giving them a free win if I can help it. Am I going to fight over a solemn? Probably not. True heroes take their own lives. Yeah, not a phrase I'd heard before, but fair enough. Okay, so I'd like to draw an untapped land in, well, next turn, honestly. Untapped land would be nice, so I can back this up with a negate. Yeah, another Artless Act. This is getting kind of awkward now, but yeah. Is it lying again? I'm sorry. I'll give it another update and hopefully that fixes it. I think I just have to play around this Urian and potential Ugins, unfortunately. I don't think I can fight over Terror of the Peaks as much as I kind of want to. I can't fix the Solemn's art, unfortunately, but thank you for letting me know. I have to fight over this. Don't like this pause. Don't like this pause at all. Mixed matched art's kind of cool. I agree with that. Oh, thank God. Had my heart in my mouth for a second there. That's very good. I definitely thought that Urian was resolving, I'll be honest. So I need to go for 1, 2, 3, 4 here, so I can hold up the gate still. I cast negate, but it's actually a shark. Yeah, not quite what I had in mind, but certainly a thing you could do. This has been a grind. Atris. Can't do anything about that one. Think I split them that way. Does take the Heartless Act. Yeah, I'm not fighting over this because it's not important. Hello there, little pink robin. How are you? Mucho Goose Gang. Thank you for coming to say hello. So we do this. And fire off an ultimatum. Sorry, it's actually Creator Hoof Behemoth. That would be awful. No one needs that. Successfully pushed it through. Oh my God, that's so bad. We're currently the whiff, the major whiff. Yeah, we're currently 1-1. We both have a deck eliminated, and this is game 2 of match number 3. I believe that kills me, though. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not dead, but that was bad. That was like the worst ultimatum I've had, maybe ever. Yikes. I feel like I navigated that really well and did not get rewarded, like in the slightest. Oh man. Feels bad, man. I don't think Brazen saves us, unfortunately, because it can only block flyers. It can't block everything. I don't think it does it, unfortunately. I probably have to try. If my opponent somehow forgets to load up Crawling Barons, maybe we're okay. Seems unlikely. Oh, that whiff on that ultimatum was sickening. If I giant and bounce, I'm still dead to the board because my opponent has 3 attackers and I have 1 blocker and a bounce. They have the land, the Simulacrum, and the Atris. Alright, comes down to game 3. Game 3 it is. Yeah, the Barons was the problem, unfortunately. We just couldn't... It did a lot of damage last turn, and we couldn't keep it in check that turn either. It's easy to miss it, don't worry. I assure you it is not Witch Doctor. No Crater Hoofs here. Wrong format for that. Sadly, sadly indeed. No hoof. Sim rethinking their sideboarding, which I think is perfectly fair. Not exactly a matchup they're going to be very experienced in. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Thanks all your lovely folks that are hanging out nice and early, by the way. I know I'm obviously on a little bit earlier than I normally would be, so expected it to be quiet. Quickly Heartless Act him. Sadly, that's not how that works. Heartless Act also not very good in this matchup, so this is fine. This is fine. Not exciting, but fine. Obviously, would like to find a green source sooner rather than later, but... Tap land for the boy. Speak of the devil. And there's the green source. It's like we saw it coming. Nice and steady. No Omen of the Sea there is actually quite good for us. See if they want to fight over an Omen of the Hunt. Seems unlikely, but you never know. Let's fetch the red here so we have the option of Terror of the Peaks, even though I think that's basically never happening. Omen of the Sea is very nice as well. It's a blue. Now I have the weird tension of whether I should get green or blue to try and play into Ultimatum. I think I'm probably just getting green, but it is kind of close. See if they want to fight over it again. They do not appear to want to do that. And then we'll see about the Omen of the Sea as well. Might fight us over this one. They do. Burn that Dwari Disruption while it has relevant text. Makes sense. So I get to Terror of the Peaks with Negate back up here. City of Brass. Yes, it's a good little card. And I think it is the best Omen, yeah. Very likely the best Omen anyway. Cycles to neutralize. Okay, that means we're probably in a reasonable position here. I would think. Dirt on my screen. I was like, why is my card blurry? And I was like, oh, my monitor is just dirty. Never mind. Okay, this is feeling pretty reasonable with 2 negates in our hand. I think we just put Urian in the hand. A dirty monitor does indeed cause blurry cards. That is what just happened, yeah. Thankfully, I noticed it was blurry. And fixed it. Wow, really having to cycle those neutralizers. Looking for answers. We got him on the ropes. He's running scared. Didn't find his land. Ouch. Feels bad for the dude. Let's stomp the face. Feeling fairly comfortable here. Certainly not over by any stretch, but yeah, we're a little flooded, he's a little screwed. Alright, we're just going to put him to 1 here. And hope that is good enough. Extinction event would certainly mean there's still a game. Oh, that's so annoying. It's not quite over just yet, but it's looking okay. Looking okay. I don't think I did, because I can still make a 1-1 shark. And my opponent being on 1 means that it only needs to be a 1-1. This way I have 2 threats in play instead of just 1. Yeah, but the shark is lethal anyway. I don't need to make it big. It's still going to kill my opponent. If it kills my opponent, that is. Obviously, Heartless Act keeps it in mind. Like, I'd rather have 2 threats than, Oh! one shark. Okay, 2 secs. I'm just going to let Svim know that I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And then we'll be back for the next match just after I get back from the bathroom. So, 2 seconds. Alright, cool. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be back in just a moment. Stay with me. It's been a blast so far. Okie dokie then, folks. Thanks for bearing with me. I appreciate that. Let's keep the momentum going. Can we get all 3 wins with Team Urian, do you think? Can we do it? Let's find out. Very excited. Really been enjoying this one. Whoop. Let's keep on. The winner stays on. That is the rule. Looking forward to this. Svim only has Rakdos left. I actually think this matchup should be really hard. So this might come down to a tiebreaker with Gruul. But if we can steal the match against Rakdos, we'll be in great shape. This hand is fine. It's a little slow, but it is fine. Alright. Don't really want to see a Croxer, to be honest. Okay. Maybe a bit of awkward manner over there. Team of Urian continues its dominance, hopefully. Finds the red source, Tiramets. Okay. Does mill a creature. That looks wild in the full art, by the way. I don't think I've seen this in full art before. That looks great. Legitimately think that looks very, very nice. No Croxer, thankfully. We'll stomp a 2/2. Play a green source and cultivate. And we'll grab blue. Do I need to grab blue? I have another blue in my hand. Okay, I'll grab red-green. Put the green into play. Bricks on the second zombie, thankfully. Little scared of Rankle here. Rankle would suck. Liliana, oy. That one really sucks. Okay. I guess it's Omen of the Hunt here, honestly. Discards a Croxer. That's not good. Alright. Beanstalk for a blue source here. Play this. Play Bone Crusher. I gotta work my way towards something, but this Croxer is getting dangerous. Just a minus on the Bone Crusher. Okay. In comes Croc's Daddy. Gonna discard the... am I gonna discard the Bone Crusher? This does kill Liliana now. But if my game plan is to get to Ugin anyway... Alright, I think I discard a land. Another Bone Crusher. Okay. Would love an untapped land for Ugin, basically. Woe Strider isn't a problem. It does give soft insulation against Ugin, but that's okay. That's less okay. Gotta discard Bony Boy here. Wow, that is a lot of Bone Crusher Giants. A whole lot of Bone Crusher Giants. I think that's all of them, right? 2 and 1 exiled, I think. No? Am I wrong? Only 3? Didn't want to see that. Did not want to see that. Need this land really badly. Really, really badly. Discards another Croxer. Ugh. God damn it. Okay. Not out of this yet, but really, really needed that land. Would be in much better shape. Let's flash in the Borrower. Gonna be playing off the top for like an ultimatum now or something similar, because this Ugin is going bye-bye. Yep. Puts us dead next turn. Dead next turn we are. Alright. Game number 2 against Rakdos. It's unfortunate. Couple of opportunities there to stick a land and just be good. Never quite found one. I think I kind of like a few copies of the Acroan War. I don't like too many, but a few is fine. In general, Ugin is too expensive to get to function in this matchup. Spiteful Hazard is quite good. And I like to trim away on things like Scoot Swarm because we don't really have time to get this operational either. So let's do that. Hopefully fare a little better in game number 2. Again, I don't have any problem with Svim thinking about how he wants to sideboard here. It's not exactly like he's going to have played this matchup very much, if at all, prior to today. So, don't mind him taking his time. Would be lovely to get the complete sweep with the joke deck, though, wouldn't it? Game 2 it is. I think this is fine, but it's like this is the kind of hand you have to keep in a matchup like this, with the expectation of your hand getting completely shredded to bits, because you're just going to put mana into play, and hopefully the top of your deck gives you things to do with that amount of mana. Basically, it's kind of where we are. I do not need to keep him out, however. Thankfully, slow mana for Svim again. However, we are drawing nothing but lands. Could do with not doing that, I'll be honest. Let's put the red one into play. Strider. Okay, that's fine. It's a slow start here. We're okay with that. Another ramp spell would have been truly lovely there, but I guess you can't have it all. Let's pass a turn here. Entirely possible that I borrow or make a shark. I'll just take the 3-ball here because I want my opponent to consider counter magic when they're thinking about slamming Liliana or similar. Tiramet calls the dead. Does he now? Okay. Gotta love it when Tiramet's bricks. Feels real good. Let's make a shark here. Find another Typhoon. That's certainly not bad. Really would like to not see a Croxer from this Tiramet. Really don't want to see that. Thinking about whether or not to sack the goat pretty clearly. I don't see why you wouldn't. Seems fairly intuitive to me. Okay, don't mill a Croxer. Okay. I can live with you making a 2/2 zombie. That's fine. But happy to not see the Croxdad just yet. Good chance there's an agonizing remorse in my future. Like this turn, so you can play around Ultimatum. That really wouldn't surprise me. Just gonna make a 4/4 shark here. I want to encourage Svim to spend his turn killing the shark, basically. Village Rites is the zombie. Now that is interesting. Why would you do that? Looking for a way to kill the shark, I guess? Still seems pretty loose. I see. Okay, that's more than fine by me. That's just a 2-for-1. Deal. Alright. Would love for this to be good. I need to put that Acroan War in my hand because it currently has no targets. That's fine. So we take another land. Attack for 3. The Acroan War. Yep. That is fine. That is fine. We can do that. Ba-dum, 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 bum. Village rights does kind of suck, but we can live with that. Okay, let's get our attacks in first. We know we're attacking, no big deal. We're on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, potentially 11 mana. So we could be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with a tap land. Or we could be... Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. So Temple of Mystery, do not need this. Stomp Head. Cast Bone Crusher. And that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so I can put Urian in my hand safely and pass the turn. Nice. Definitely feeling like we're in a pretty good position here, sorry. Svim is still in this, but it's looking reasonable. Definitely deep in the tank here. Yeah, that's what time banks are for, right? He's banked him up over the course of the game. Let him think. Hard turn. Extinction event. Sure. Even. Take care of the shark, huh? Interesting. Cast a Bone Crusher Giant. That is fine. I will Omen of the Sea here at the end of the turn. Happy to keep a Brazen Borrower. Play an island. Play an Acroan War of my own. Attack for 4. Pass a turn. Okay. See how Svim wants to react to this. Tiramet Calls the Dead is completely fine. Yep. Don't want to see a Croxer, but we can live if we do. No Croxer. Nice. Is that it? Oh dear, that's not good for Shrimp. Let's bounce this token. Alright, game 3 it is. Let's see if we can sweep the whole thing with Teemo Urian, shall we? Game number 3. Let's go. I am excited. The brew has been good so far, that is. If we do lose this match, however, it comes down to a tiebreaker, and I'll have Gruul Adventures as my tiebreaker deck. So, we'll see. I'm hopeful. That felt... I think Svim might have realised the same thing as me, which for me it was theory going into this matchup, but it's definitely felt like it so far. That the draws that are going to be hard for me to beat in this matchup are the ones that involve copious discard in the form of like Croxa, Agonizing Remorses, Duresses, so on and so forth. Those will make me struggle. Draws like the one that he just had, a little bit less so. This is fine. It needs to find land 3 in a reasonable manner, but we get a scry and potentially a cycle to look for it. Alternatively, we can peel it, which is always nice. Gonna keep that though. No reason to hold up Brazen Borrower here, I don't think. Just gonna get my lands into play. You know, just casually the best deck in the format for the tiebreaker match. Yeah, there's a reason I left it until last, because regardless of how Svim decided to position his decks, it meant that if we got to the end and I only had one deck left, I was going to have a chance of beating anything, even if it wasn't a good chance. Okay, a little scared of... He exiled the Croxa? Excuse me? Never mind. I guess I'm not massively scared of that Croxa. Maybe he's already got one in his hand. Oh, his Tiramets have not been good for him, I'll be honest. Yeah, I wanted to play something sweet and also some good decks too, which is why I picked up Rogues, but honestly, it kind of shows that I haven't played them very much, because I got pretty handily smuffed. And not in a good way. Another Tiramets, okay. Let's Omen here. Fetch a green. To be fair, we got very unlucky to lose the Rogue matchup like we did. Any land gets us there, but no land. No land, no land. So we've had to do it the hard way, but Teemo Urian has been doing some work. It's been carrying us like a small baby. One top, one bottom. Okay. Does have the Heartless Act. It's pretty good. Keeps the scry on top. Okie dokie, that means I have an ultimatum next turn. So I will again chuck out Terror of the Peaks and kind of just hope that it sticks. Please leave my big gangly dragon alone. Thank you. If you wouldn't mind. Liliana. I imagine my big gangly dragon is dying. Yep. Makes sense. Not at all surprised. But what if... Yeet. Is that good, chat? I don't think that's bad. Seems pretty reasonable. It's fucking active! Oh, when was the last time you saw a Clothis turned on? What? That's funny. I don't remember the last time I saw a Clothis turned on, I'll be honest. That was a lot of threats. A whole lot of threats. I would love to have seen his reaction. I might have to go and watch his video after today's stream just to kind of enjoy that moment. Because outside of there being a Terror of the Peaks in there, that was about as good as it gets. It's terrifying to think that if this is a Terror of the Peaks, he dies. Slightly made up for the whiff. Just slightly. Ever so slightly. Not by a lot, but slightly. Happy the Ditch Brazen Borrower here. The land is actually more valuable. Opponent discards an Ox. Interesting. Wasn't expecting to see Ox in this matchup. Seems reasonable, though. Oh no, don't animate your Clothis against rogues. That's a bad idea. You don't, for exactly that reason. LoL Mages just kind of takes a big old dump on you, and it does not end the way that you want it to. There goes my Shark Typhoon. That's a little unfortunate. Okay. Guess I just eat a Rankle here. Play a land, make some scoots. Reactivate Clothis. Put Urian in my hand. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he can... So this is the thing. He can block the Giant with everyone. And then Ox next turn. And I think I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. If he just wants to keep Lily alive, I'm kind of okay with that too. Yeah, this seems fine by me. I will cast the Noodle. And reset you, you, and you. In they come. Get another land. Trigger all the scoots. Oh my god! What a disgusting extinction event. Ugh. Oh my god, why? That's so rancid. Just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Real bad taste. Maya Triton. It still can't be killed just yet by the Liliana, at least. Yeah, we take 3. Discards a Woe Strider. That one can come back if you like. Oh, man. I need a big one, deck. Come on. Give me something. That is a Temple of Mystery. Not what I would have referred to as a big one. I should have scryed in my upkeep. I was too busy tilting off. That Extinction event makes me want to vomit. Match 5 it is. Rakdos versus Gruul. Oh my god. What an Extinction event. Okay. Let's see who gets to be the winner, shall we? Gruul Adventures it is. I don't like this matchup, but we are playing Gruul, so it can only go so badly. We do lose the die roll, which kind of sucks. These Ember of Shieldbreakers are largely blank in this matchup, but I still think this is fine. Slow, but fine. Dun 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 dun. Alright, just going to cast a 2/1. Hand is not set up to not cast a 2-drop here. You may stomp it. That is fine. Yep. Main deck of Crone War might be coming in clutch here. Yikes. What about a cheaper Crone War? How would you feel about that, Scott? There's so totally a Village Rites over there too. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's a decent draw. Oh man, that claim was so savagely backbreaking. Yikes. The sweat is real. My man has so many cards left. I'm really not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do about it. Straight up aggro mauling. Oh, this is a lot of damage, guys. Gotta hope my man's hand is fairly empty. That is a Woe Strider. Regretting playing that as a red source now. Oh, Bone Crusher, really? Why would you tap a green? Why would... I'm so mad. Spoiler alert, I didn't want that to tap a green source. Just in case you weren't aware. Alright, in that world, I have to cast the second Bone Crusher. That's kind of annoying. Heartless Axe, my Bone Crusher, sure. Smart man sacks his Maya Triton. That is well played. Well navigated. This is tough. That claimed the firstborn, man. Just rocked me. Scry for a claim, or the Acronym War, or some kind of theft effect. Because that's what you want, my dude. Heartless Act. Number of things that we're very, very dead to right now. Rankle. Dead to that one as well. Don't see you topping anything I'm not dead to here. Kind of surprising, but sure. Deems is pretty good. Opponent likely snaps this block off. Yep. What a rough game. Woe Strider comes back here, I imagine. Tiramets might even hit the Croxer. It's the Croxer that kills me. Oh man, let's try not to let this slip away. Rakdos, Rakdos, Rakdos. What do I do against Rakdos? I like Phoenixes. I don't think I like Soul Seer, it doesn't kill enough things. Think I want the Planeswalkers. I don't think I want other Akroan Wars though. I feel like they are likely a trap because the only good target is Croxar. These shield breakers are blank, so they need to go. Okay. Let's try it like that. Oh man. To think we were one extinction event away from locking this up, one land away from locking this up, and now we are one match down in the deciding match. It's been an interesting set of games. Faux show. Inexperience with Gruul definitely showing. You can see why it was deck 3. Ugh. Swim taking his time again, think through his boarding, makes sense. I imagine he's played this matchup a ton, but you never know, I guess. Alright, I will play first. This is just turn 4 Henge, right? Can't mulligan turn 4 Henge. At least I don't think you can. Didn't really want to see a land there. Have our fair share of those. That's enough. Maya Triton. Yep. Oh dear. Another Triton. Alright, looks like the Henge might resolve at least. I need to stop drawing lands. I have enough mana. Spells, please. Currently in the process of flooding out. The questing beast can attack through the Maya Trions at least. Take some damage from the Croxer there. See if Svim has a land. They do. One of the better ones as well, honestly, because it means they can Croxer next turn. They can Croxer this turn too if they want. Alright, let's just make sure we remember to gain some life before losing more life. Getting kind of pissed off now. Haven't drawn a spell. Still haven't drawn a spell. Just going to soak up damage here before this mammoth has to attack anyway, but we're in awful shape because we've just drawn lands, unfortunately. Phoenix is something. Bone Crusher also something. Think I prefer casting this. Alright, we're chained off a couple of fucking spells at least. Crocs are 100% coming back this turn before it gets eaten by Scavenging Ooze. And again, we take that trade so that we prevent 5 damage because we're going to have to be forced to take that trade thanks to the Akroan War next turn anyway. So we might as well prevent 5 damage in the process. We are so very flooded, folks. So very, very flooded. That, however, is an Embercleave. What does that do? So I would need 2 red, so I can only pump once. Goes to 5 to... Okay, so... have to attack. Three creatures in my graveyard. So if Ooze for some reason goes unblocked, they do die. So 5. So I need 4 mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 activations. So this goes to 7, then to 8. So this is lethal, I think. And I'm pretty sure I have to try because I don't have any other options. Oh my god. Game 3 it is. Game 3 for all the marbles. Many marbles, all of them. What a sweat. What an ungodly sweat. Hey, it sucks to be on the draw, but we'll take that. We will definitely take that. Why is this so stressful? Like, I've played GP top 8 winning-ins and not been this stressed. Why is this so much of a bigger deal? It is the first round of a streamer league. I don't even get eliminated from this if I lose. I just go into the loser's bracket. So, Lord knows why it's so stressful. But hey. Wanna become famous? No. Thanks anyway, though. Alright, let's do it. Deep breaths. Let's kick some ass. Pretty sure that's a keep. Bone Crushers aren't at their best, that's for sure, but... Now this is the rough bit. Do I play around Agonizing Remorse? And I think the answer is yes. Because getting discard spelled and losing my second land would make me want to eat my fucking eyeballs. Alright. Mana sources from here on out, please. Just want mana sources. Tiramets, yep. Thank you. I am going to go with green, as I think I'm more likely to need it for Vivian or Henge than Cleave. Going to stomp this. Play the Innkeeper. Attack for 3. So you go. Opponent mills double Tiramets off the Tiramets. They are going to make another zombie. Strider. That does block, unfortunately. Really would like to have kept that Innkeeper, I'll be honest. Okay, that's actually a very good draw. How are we doing, Danny? You've caught me in the finale of match number 5, so I apologise if I'm a little bit away with the fairies. Hopefully you're doing well today, bud. So we fetch a mountain here. Cast a Henge. Painting your days away. Nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that. You're making some incredible stuff. Keep it up. Off you go. You're very welcome, man. I enjoy seeing your work. Keeps on top, which is terrifying. Why do they never bottom? They just never ever bottom. Rankle. Yep. Assume I'm losing my brush fire elemental here. Pretty happy to discard Ember Cleave. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get it to stick with the board state the way that it is. Honestly, land would be lovely here. That is not a land. Is that better? 4, 5, 6. Yes, it is. So, make a 1/1. Cast Lovestruck Beast. Pretty sure. This is kind of tough, actually, because I can either Giant or I can kill the Strider. If I kill the Strider, it's coming back anyway, so I'm just going to Giant. And then hopefully, as of next turn, Vivian has Rankle locked down. This one's going to be close. The Fable Passage was a disgusting draw step, because it pushed 5 damage and let me cast a Henge that I otherwise wouldn't have cast. So, was pretty sickening. In comes the Rankle. You discarding and sacking, or just sacking? Both. Okay, in which case I think I discard Garruk. This does give trample there. Maybe I just discard Bone Daddy. I'm on 5/7 mana, so honestly I think it's Garruk. I'm gonna let it go. And I'll sacrifice the Bone Crusher. Opponent discarded an Ox. Jesus. That is not good. That's a lot of cards. Hey, Droz, we're literally in game 3 of match 5 to decide the winner. It is going. That's for sure. How are you? No worries, Rye. Nice to see you, bud. How are you? I think I have to attack with the 6/6. $1,000 gold and best of 1. Nice. Happy for you, dude. Keep that stuff up. Free gold is great. I was. It's the deck that actually picked up 2 wins for us today. It was Team of Urian. I was playing against Nerdy Steve, who's a lovely guy. It's available on my Stream Decker if you want it, because I actually played it in today's league. I took out 2 decks with it, would you believe? So if you'd like to go and grab it, it should be available on... Oh, apparently Stream Decker is having a brain ache. Let me grab it for you the hard way. Yeah, it's pretty close to Kushida's. I've changed a few bits and pieces from personal preference, but mostly Kushida's list. I do. I like it a lot. I think it's really cool. I don't tend to play best of one. I occasionally do for the arena opens sometimes, because it makes for a bit of an easier path, but most of the time definitely favour best of 3. Please do, Rye. I think the deck's really sweet. I think I've got to keep Vivian alive here, unfortunately. Rights is away, Rankle. Okay. That's okay. Like, it's just a preference thing, but like sometimes for the Arena Open, I will play best of 1 every now and then. Maya Triton. Okay. Probably Rye. Yep. If I play it, I imagine I'll be streaming it, and I think I'm going to play it. I find it very hard to believe that I won't. Let's chain off the top of the deck, folks. Stuff and things. I'm casting stuff and things. Vivian Greathenge is literally revolting. And you should feel bad for doing it to people. I don't, but that's not the point. The fact that I don't feel bad is completely irrelevant in this scenario. But yeah, Team of Urian took out Monogreen Food, and it also took out Blue-Black Control. It was this close to doing the sweep and taking out every deck, and my opponent top-decked Extinction Event to clear out my Scoot Swarms, and I cried. It was painful. I almost completed the entire sweep with the deck, and then Extinction Event made me remember that I am, in fact, its bitch. It's not great, I'll be honest. Noodle indeed. The deck's actually a heck of a lot of fun. I agree. Yorion is my cup of tea. We all know it is. Opponent steals my Mammoth. Makes it slightly larger. Casts an Ox. Yeah, I will happily block here. It's fine. Just need Vivian to be alive. I actually want to keep the creature with reach. As weird as that sounds, I'm very scared of dying to Rankle and the like. So I can pump this. Wow, Jesus Christ. Beep, beep. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my beep, beep. When in doubt, gruel them out. Dead to Bone Crusher Giant in hand next turn. Find it very hard to believe they can do 18 damage to us here. This has been one hell of a set of games. I've really enjoyed it. And if you haven't checked out Svim, by the way, just like always, I'll be plugging all of my opponents in the Streamer League as we go. SVIMXN, however you want to pronounce it, I'm never entirely sure. You can find... Let me grab the link to their stream real quick, because I shouted them out earlier on Twitter. Just because that kind of stuff is important. And go chuck them a follow. Go check them out, because that was one heck of a set of games. 3-2 to us. Absolutely glorious. Thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. There you go. If you want to go check out Svim, please do. Go say hi. Tell him where you're from. Support his stream as well. Dude makes great content. And that was a blast. Really, really enjoyed playing that.